Hi guys, Mitch King with Trade Stocks America with the Wednesday morning, February 16, 2011 daily stock report. Here's the Dow 30. Been topped out here for the last, down a third of 1% or 41 points on the Dow. No concern at all yet. But we've got this really shallow pullback, and I think basically what we've got is something like this, really shallow. And I think we're just going to continue to move up here. Here's the Nasdaq Composite down a half of 1%. I think the market probably was rattled a little bit about this bond comments the last few days by a couple people. One was the Meredith Whitney comment about municipalities bonds. I think also the selling of treasury bonds by PIMCO, which is Bill Gross's company. Then we've seen this report with Warren Buffett that he sold off a handful of stocks. And that's kind of rattled the market just slightly. Nothing to be too concerned about. S&P 500, nice uptrend, down a third of 1%. This is all daily normal fluctuation. And the Russell 2000, small caps, more volatile, down 0.7%. We're getting a short-term sell signal for you short-term traders for CMG, Chipotle Mexican Grill. If you do sell it, you probably are going to end up getting back into it after it drops maybe $12 or $15, somewhere around that $250 level. A little longer term, I'd hang on to this, depending on what kind of investor you are. Netflix still on an uptrend, no reason to sell this one yet. Apple just ready to break through, up 0.2%. Probably see some new all-time highs this next week or so. Here's VZ. Verizon had a snapback today of 1.5%, and this is the stock we thought we were losing our patience with. So consider selling if you want. My take is that it's going to stay in this 36.50 level. SIVB down 0.8%. Consider selling this one. Consider selling AGO. This thing is just not moving. Stopped out of MIPS down almost 6% today. And that I'd consider selling that tomorrow. It should be a pretty clear top that this thing's heading down more. MJN also getting a sell signal. Mead Johnson down 1.1% today. Steady, lazy up. Here's a real gradual uptrend on AGCO. And Ford should have been sold today. CVD went to 58.42 as a high today. Nice move today. Up 2.5%, up 2.4% today at the close. So consider selling that tomorrow for you short-term traders. My guess that a little longer term is more uptrend, but it's your call, whatever your personality and style is. BBG, Bill Barrett, clearly stopped out today. It should hold. It should have some support in that $38 level, but our discipline is to stop out when it breaks below a level of support that it's had for a while. But the oil stocks did go down. Here's another oil stock down 1.1%. I think it's worth hanging on to. See if we can get to $40 here this next 3 or 4 days. Here's another oil gas stock. Fell out of bed, down 2.44%. I'd set a stop for sure below that previous low, somewhere around that $17.25, $17 level. If you still got this, I'd be concerned on this one. VQ should have bounced and had some follow through with it from yesterday. And yesterday's high, let's take a look at that, was 1864. What we're trying to do is, obviously, we're screening for the ones that want to keep on going up. We're using various indicators to help put the odds in our favor. So this one isn't, I think it's going to turn up, but I really don't like that kind of action when it's, 1850 yesterday and 1744 today. Here's STON. Hasn't really gotten moving yet. Thought we'd give it a little more time. And CLD, you want to keep a stop underneath that low right there. So if you wanted to draw a line, it's going to be somewhere around that 22 number, a little over 22. Here's that new bull short INPH down about 6% at the close. Was down to 405 as a low, and it opened at 460. It may not seem like a lot of money to you, but 55 cents on a $4 stock is about 12 to 13% profit potential. I think this thing goes down below 4 here in the next few days. This is a high risk, high reward strategy for experienced traders, and you want to study this before you do it. And this volume drop to 378,000 volume, that's very typical of a bull short that's peaked out. That's normally what happens. The volume drops off quite a bit. So you guys take care. You know the routine. Don't get leveraged. We'll talk to you tomorrow.